What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a updated Odd Odds Magician deck profile. So let's jump into the deck profile. Let's see what we're coming at you with. We still running our mandatory 3 Odd Odds Pendulum Dragon. Odd Odds Pendulum Dragon is just the main beater and one of the good searchers that helps to search out a lot of the cards in your deck. Next, we run 1 Odd Odds Mirage and 1 Odd Odds Persona. Both of these cards are very good cards. Odd Odds Mirage helps you to, whenever Odd Odds on the field gets destroyed, and this is a pin zone effect. Whenever Odd Odds Magician gets, or Odd Odds card gets destroyed, you can destroy this card in your pin zone and grab an Odd Odds card out of your extra deck and place it in the pin zone. The number one that you want to grab would be your Odd Odds Pendulum Dragon. That way you get a search at the end phase. Odd Odds Persona, it's just good for its own field effect. To be able to special summon it out through your pendulum summon, usually that's the way you want to get it out, and to be able to just negate any extra deck monster, face up monster. So if that goes for pendulum, XYZ, fusion, synchro, you won't be able to put it, if they have an effect and you know it's going to pop off, you won't be able to stop that. So these cards are really good, and I was asked the question which did I think was better, the Performer Pal Odd Odds cards or these two right here. They both have their good and bad effects. These two are more of a rogue option. These are more defensive plays than the other two, the Performer Pals. The Performer Pals are more of an offensive play. So it just depends on which type of play style you want to play. I also decided to add in a Performer Pal engine back into the deck. So I put in 1 Odd Odds Performer Pal Unicorn, 1 Skullcrabat Joker, 1 Pendulum Sorcerer, 1 Guitar Turtle, and 1 Lizard Draw. The reason that I decided to put the Performer Pal engine back in here is because of the new card that we got in Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance helps you to search out your Pendulum Sorcerer. So that helps you to be able, once you Pendulum Summon, to be able to get your draw action or your search action, or even get a setup for another pen scale. That helps the deck to generate more plays, and that's something I like with this deck. You can be able to search and also at the same time draw. Unicorn just helps you to get your OTKs. Performer Pal Skullcrabat Joker helps you to get every card just about out of the deck into your hand when you summon him. Sorcerer helps you get all your Performer Pals and clear out extra pen scales that are no good no more. Your Guitar Turtle, every time you got just that Pot of Greed play. And the same thing with your Lizard Draw, you got your Pot of Greed play. Next, we run our Magicians, and for our Magicians, we want to run 3 Dragon Pit Magician. Dragon Pits just are all around just good high skill, just to be able to, when you got another Magician in the other pen scale, pitch a Pendulum Monster, pop that back row, get that field clearance. We also run 2 Oath Dragon. Oath Dragon just helps you to keep getting your Magicians and your Odd Odds back to your hand, either it be from your extra deck or from your graveyard. This guy helps you to keep your plays going a lot. We also run 2 Wisdom Eye. Wisdom Eye is just an all-around good searcher for the deck. Place him in your pen scale, blow him up, get whatever Magician you need, place it there at that time. That way you can go ahead and have your plays looking right. And for our 1/4s, we run 1 Zanky Magician, 1 Dragon Pulse, and 1 Noble Dragon Magician. Zanky is just good for just his own field negating light monster effects and his pen scale, just to be able to help to go into your Raging or your Rebellion Dragons. Very good. Your Dragon Pulse is to be able to help you with your field clearance for your monsters. Sometimes this guy is very good for that. I enjoy that a lot because he, unlike Raigeki, you clear the whole field, but you're just going to use that card and it's no good. This guy's going to stay around and he can help you generate other plays, especially when you use this as your tribute fodder for the effect. Noble Dragon just helps you get into all your dragons that you need to, your Synchro Dragons. And on top of that, it's also good for your Dragon Pulse and your Dragon Pit or any other pitch outlets that you need for the deck. We also run still 3 Magical Abductor. This girl, she helps you to plus the deck so much. If you use the cards like Duelist Alliance or Terraforming with Sky Iris, these plays help you to get counters on her so easily. and that helps the deck to generate plays just from out of nothing. And lastly, for the monsters, we run 1 max seed because max seed is needed. You need your opponent to take the max seed challenge just because it can slow them down and help you plus so much. For our spells, we run 3 of the new Duelist Alliance. Duelist Alliance is just a very good card for this deck. If it had this when the deck first came out, the deck would have been really, really stupid. But this to me is almost giving me a 4 pin call, because this can search out my pin call, can search out my Pendulum Sorcerer. Anything that has Pendulum in its name, it has to be in the name. Like if you got Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, you can search it. If you got pin call, it says Pendulum Call. If you got Pendulum Impenetrable, Pendulum Rising, anything that has Pendulum in its name, you can search it out, add it straight to your hand right then at that time. It's a hard once per turn, but still that effect can help you a lot in what you need. We run 1 Pendulum Call because we can only run 1, but thanks to Pendulum Alliance, we can help get to it a lot faster now. Be able to pitch a card and get your Pendulum Scales that you need. We run 2 Terraforming. Terraforming, just be able to search out our good spell cards, our field spell cards. And the field spell card that we use is our Sky Iris. To me, this is a mandatory at 3. You want to be able to protect your Magicians and your Odd Eyes and your Performapal Pendulum Scales. As we go into the linked format, we're going to be losing 2 mat spaces. We're going to be going into the spell and trap card zone. So you want to be able to protect what you got and be able to hold on to your board as much as you can. We also run 1 Odd Eyes Fusion just to be able to help you get into your good fusion plays. And still run 1 Soul Charge. Soul Charge just in case plans don't go as you want them to. You can be able to get a backup plan going and hopefully get a defensive play. We run 1 Upstart Goblin. Upstart's just that 139. We run 1 Ignite Reload. Reload just to be able to, if you got a bad hand sometimes you might see too many cards of the same copy. You don't want to see that. Spin it on back into the deck, reshuffle up, get some new cards. I also decided to take in 1 Pendulum Impenetrable just for the fact is it can be searchable now. Where before it was a dead card, you might draw it at the wrong time. Now we have a way to search it out for when we want to protect our pen scales. And the main reason why I like this card is it says it cannot be targeted or destroyed. And that can be very crucial if you end up getting something that will try to target your pen scale and banish it out. So that's something I like a lot about this card, and I think it could be very crucial going forward. And lastly, for the spells, we run 2 Mystical Space Typhoons just because sometimes the pitch can be a little too much. But we got that on lock. We got our Dragon Pit that can help us out, so we think 2 Twin Twisters is good right now. And that is it for our main deck. For our extra deck, we're running 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. I decided to bump this up to 2 because of this. It's good counter effect. Just the fact that you can spin one of your Performer Pals back into the deck, or one of your Magicians, or whatever you need to spin it back into the deck to negate an effect that can help you to regenerate your deck. So let's say you have Guitar Turtle in there, Lizard Draw in there in your extra deck. They activate an effect, you negate that, you spin it back into the deck, then next turn you're able to use your Pendulum Sorcerer, search that back out, get another Pot of Greed, play again. That way you can keep looping your plays and help you get more out of your deck as your opponent starts minusing. I also run 1 Nirvana High Paladin just to be able to get back that Duelist Alliance, get back that pin call, whatever you need. He can help you search it right back out of the graveyard and keep going on with your plays. I still run 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. This guy's just good for help protecting monsters that can be targeted as levels. And also too, if a level monster pops off with an effect, you can also calm it down on that too. So he's very good at helping the deck out and calming some of the plays down from your opponent. Still run 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst is just good for that all around just hate on monster effects in the battle phase. That way they don't get it in, drop an honest on you. They can't sit there and get something after you destroy it in battle in the graveyard, or any effects that would activate in the middle of battle. Just to be able to stop all that right then and there, clear your path, and go for that OTK. Also on top of that, when you special summon, to be able to pull a monster out of your pendulum zone and special summon it to the field, that can help you out a lot into going into your absolute and other plays that you like to go into. We still run one of each of the Odd Eyes Rebellion and one of the Odd Eyes Raging. These two help just to be able to create some massive attack power boards. Also on top of that, to just be able to put up a good defensive wall if Absolute gets destroyed. But the anime effects which they have are very good for OTKing. Don't try to lean to getting them out that way, but if you get them out that way, you got some good plays on your hands. Next, we're running 3 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. I decided to bump this up from 2 to 3 because of getting Vortex on field for no cost of anything is very good. Usually what would happen is you would Odd Eyes Fusion with this or Rebellion or a Raging, you lose one. So that leaves you with only one left. So if you summon this out, they strike it or whatever, you're pretty much left with having a struggle to get plays off. I like the fact that you can have an extra one as a backup to be able to either fusion summon or even just come out just straight out with Odd Eyes Vortex. To me, getting Vortex on field as soon as possible to start negating your opponent's plays is very crucial. And this guy helps to reborn all your Odd Eyes cards. So if you got an Odd Eyes in the graveyard, you're gonna get that effect. And then once he gets destroyed, you're getting a free monster again. So this guy at 3, to me, is very good. I still run 1 number 11 Big Eye just to snatch steal your monster. Snatch steal that thing and take your game away from you. Get that big monster on board and let me get a hold of it. I'm gonna show you what I can do with it. We also too run the Utopia package and Utopia the Lightning and the regular Utopia just to help go into Lightning. This guy just to help, same thing with the Meteor Burst to hate on the battle phase, just to be able to make sure your opponent can't do what they want to do. You're gonna do what you want to do. We also run 1 Castell to be able to spin back problem cards that can be very troublesome for you in your gameplay. And lastly, we run 1 Abyss Dweller because trying to make sure graveyard effects stay on lockdown, that's come a lot of times to be more crucial for you to make sure your opponent can't do what they want to do. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know of any improvements for the deck or what do you think of the deck going forward. We're out.